Kia whānau, it's Sunday and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do a savings challenge stuffing today, but thanks to these lovely people who made donations or bought things from items from my shop, I can. Forgive me for starting out with a bit of shameless self-promotion, but I wanted to let you know that I'm restocking my binders and I've got a new colour in, which is this grey one. And what I like about these 5 here, is it 5? These 5 here are a matte sort of finish rather than a super shiny one. So just to let you know, they will be up in my shop on the 1st of March, which is Wednesday, when I'll be having a cash stuffing. And I also had a very productive weekend and I've been able to label up a couple more 100 envelope challenge boxes, and those will be available as well on my felt shop on Wednesday. I'm not going to list these on Etsy anymore because, well, 2 reasons really. The first reason is that the fees are so expensive and these things are a labour of love. I did take some video of me making these over the weekend, and yeah, when I publish that video you'll see how much work goes into it. I mean, I put on a movie and I do it, and I like working with my hands. It's a good mental health thing, being creative for me, so I love doing it, and I want to make them as affordable as possible, because if you want to save money, first rule of saving money is not to spend too much money getting yourself set up. So I understand that the cost can be prohibitive for some people, and there's heaps of YouTube videos on how to make them yourself. If you have access to all the materials, you might want to do that, but if you don't, or you're not that way inclined, I sell these for around $45 plus postage. I'm finding on Etsy, when they take all their fees out, that doesn't really pay me for the amount of effort and for the papers and stuff that go into them. So felt is a lot cheaper on the back end. I still pay a commission, but it's not like 30%. So there's that. Anyway, on to the cash stuffing. And today, because you guys have been so generous, I have $70 here to stuff. It's 40. As per usual, I'm going to start in my own mini savings challenge. I'm doing 2 in here. The first one, this February challenge, don't worry about the dates, I'm just kind of picking and choosing. I am doing a $100 target and I'm going to put that in my dental fund, and today I think I'm going to do 15. There you go, so I've got 15 in little sprouts. The pots are worth 5. May come back and do a little bit more, but 15 is pretty good to get started. Ugh. Get it together, girl. So I've got 20, 30, 40, 55, 60. It'd be really nice to get this finished by the end of next month. That sort of just aligns with my 3 monthly goal, which was to really focus hard on dental and my emergency fund. So the next challenge I've got is pets. I'm just going to give them 5. Poppy is going in tomorrow for her spay, and she's got to be nil by mouth from 7 o'clock tonight, and obviously no food in the morning. So I'm wondering how I'm going to manage that with the kittens and the other cat. I think everyone's going to miss out on food until I've dropped her off. I have to drop her off between 8 and 8:30 so I can zoom back home and feed the other cats. But yeah, they're all gutsoids and they all eat from each other's bowls. It's freaking impossible. 10, 20, 35. As one of them's, as our Rosie is an older cat, I buy like older cat food for her, or I used to. I've just given up because they eat from everybody else's bowl. It's a flippin' nightmare. Whatever. Kina and the kitty. Thank you for those of you who suggested what to do with it. It has 30. I'm going to put in another 5 today. Someone commented about putting it into my KiwiSaver, and I haven't talked too much about long-term investment on this channel because if you've been with me from the very start, you'll know I am a solo mum on a very low income, and what I'm attempting to do with the abundance thing is build a foundation. So while I have a KiwiSaver account, as everyone does, a retirement account, I don't contribute a lot to that, and I'm in my mid-40s, so that's kind of scary because I access my KiwiSaver account to help with getting into our first home, which is the only home I've ever owned, and I subsequently got divorced, so that was sold, and yeah. If you were in a position where you had a fully funded emergency fund, or if I was, I would definitely be looking at putting that into investment. And I know that with KiwiSaver, if you put in a certain minimum amount per year, the government will match that. And if you're employed, that's all covered. You know, your KiwiSaver comes out of your pay, as you well know, and so you get that government rebate. But if you don't have a job and are doing other things like full-time study, and yeah, you don't have the extra cash to put into that KiwiSaver, I mean, some might see that as being, you know, you're losing free money, but from my perspective, that's just another way that poor people are disadvantaged in our society. So that's a hot take. I've got 10, 20, 35 in Kina and the Kitty. For sure, if I had more money going through my budget, I would be looking at investment, but to be honest with you, I have other investment vehicles that I would be looking at before I was just throwing lots of money at KiwiSaver. I would probably do the minimum, I think it's like $1,000 to get your matched contribution, and then I would leave it alone. But look, if you want me to talk about investing stuff, I might do that in the future, but well into the future when you know, I'm no longer just scrabbling around trying to get an emergency fund and a dental fund sorted, because yeah, I don't know that I'm necessarily an expert in that, let's say. Alright, Yena is a heads tails game. I have had tails for 4 things running, and I think that's because I'm rubbish at doing this, but let's have a go. Haha, I've got tails. That's a $5. This is a lovely $35. I am going to do, each element is $10, so let's throw 10 in here today. Gosh, I'm way more chatty than I intended to be. I might cut all of that out. I don't know that you really want me contemplating my navel in between stuff and cash, but anyway, I've got 20, 30, 40, 42, 46, and this little stash of cash is going towards getting my hair done in April. So yeah, I might have to come back to that as well. Now, quarter one. This is by Carol Cash. Go watch her channel. She's gorgeous. I need to put 35 in here. Well, I don't need to do anything, but I'm going to put 35 in here. And this challenge is definitely going towards a cat. It's interesting. What am I going to do here? I know what I'm going to go. That's 30. This challenge is going towards my 1 month ahead. I've only got 30, but that gives me a great chance to use something. So let's count it. So far I've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, $100. Wow. It should be 105. And I'm going to have to stuff that the next time I stuff this folder. But I'm going to use, ta-da, so story time, as if I haven't told you enough stories. I got these, they say I owe you. Liz, you're going to have to tell me how you intended for people to use this, because I'm just going to do that, which is a bit bizarre, but you know, that's what I'm going to do. These little double-sided IOU, well, it had sheep on it, and I'm a New Zealander, so, you know, I had to. They are from Liz and Ness. She's an Australian, and she lives in the US, and she is lovely to listen to, and she does really original, really interesting challenges. She's got a funny one there about wieners, but I digress. So a few weeks ago I got several lovely people donating to me, and I got quite a good amount of earnings from my shop. And I know I've talked about abundance. Part of that is knowing that you deserve, you know, you deserve good things in your life. That is the part of abundance that I still struggle with. So I really struggle with asking for help and asking for donations, and when I get them I kind of freak out and want to share the love. It's sort of, in a way, it's me, you know, flowing that money through to other people, which is in and of itself not a bad thing, but you know, I notice in myself that I struggle with feeling worthy of your donations. So thank you that you do that. I went and had a little spend up on Etsy. I spent about $20, and I got a bunch of other challenges, which I will show you now. So I'm not going to stuff the $1 challenge. You know, I'm not in a mad hurry to do this. This is the birthday challenge, and my birthday is in August. It's ages away. Both of these are from Two Sister Bees, and they're both free. So I will link their channel below, and you can go and get your own. What I did get was, I specifically went looking for mini challenges, and this one caught my eye. It's by Madeline Budgets, because, you know, we're cat people, and this watercolor aesthetic would really appeal to my daughter. And this came on a sheet with 3 different challenges. I put the blank one in here. I gave one of the challenges to my daughter, and the other one is for Spearsies. This one here is from Polygirl Budgets, and if you don't follow her, she's another Kiwi cash stuffer. I just love the frangipanis, and I love that it's a small amount. It's just a $5 savings challenge. So Kay over at Polygirl Budgets does this, and she has a little shop. She sells on Instagram. Don't ask me how that works, because while I have an Instagram account, it's overwhelming trying to do more than one, you know, like I'm just good with YouTube. Anyway, this guy, this is kind of like, oh, I have to get this, because Tetris, this is my childhood. I loved playing Tetris when I was a kid, and Sav Savannah from Sav Saves. That's another budgeting channel does this, and I love that she does little vlogs. Really enjoy popping those on when I'm in my studio working. And also the amounts are really achievable for me. I think there's a 35 here, but maybe not, maybe 30 is the top value. So I'm really looking forward to getting that one done. This one had to have it because it says abundance, right? And it's by a woman called Jessica. I am unable to find her YouTube channel. She mentions one, but it doesn't link right, so I'll just put her shop down below. And when I get to this, which might not be until the middle of the year, to be honest, my intention is to put $10 in for each letter and put this towards investments. So there you go. When I'm ready to do this, maybe we can chat some more about what investment strategies I've got. This is from my dear friend Michelle at Free2Fly. She is so lovely, and I have brutally massacred her A4 challenge. I'm so sorry, Michelle. But it actually comes on a big A4 sheet. It's I love tacos, and I do love tacos, and there is a local pub that has $7 Taco Monday, and I am still quite a ways from finishing my dissertation, to be fair. I thought I was close, and I had that meeting with my supervisor, and yeah, there is more work to be done. But that's good because it gives me some time to save up some money for tacos night with my family. I've told myself that finishing my dissertation means taking my family out for tacos on a Monday. I'm just reusing some envelopes here. This one is from Kat. She also has a YouTube channel that I really love watching, and she's awesome at mini savings challenges, and she's really consistent. She has a little bit of side hustle money that she puts in it every week. So watching her has been a big inspiration into, putting aside money and getting this separate folder going. Again, as with Madeline's, this is a little challenge that comes on a sheet with 2 others, so it's really good value. With her setup, they all have different flavors, if you will. They're not all on the rainy day theme. So when I get started on that, again, this might be months away, I am going to be putting a little bit of money aside for my hobbies. I like to knit in the winter. It's too cold in my garage / studio to sew. I mean, you can, but it's pointless trying to heat a uninsulated garage where you can kind of see the outside through the garage door. So I just don't sew in the winter. I knit, and so that'll be for yarn. Yakety yak. Last one. This is Lisa. Lisa Grateful Me. She is very prolific, her and her daughter, with their challenges, and they've got a really cutesy vibe. I again chose to get 3 on one sheet because there's great value there. They're all different amounts, and what I like about this is I could do it as a 15-week challenge. So putting $1 in the first week, 2 the second week, and even the top amount is something I can manage on my income at the moment. So that I've got in my shop local. You've never seen it before, but I made it a long time ago when I made the labels for my main folders, and I've just never had the income to be able to put a little bit of something aside for shop local, but I would like to. And part of this is supporting other creatives and artisans on felt. If you've never looked on felt, go do it. You'd be really surprised at, well, maybe you wouldn't, at the quality and the diversity of things that they have on there. Everything from photography to homemade or handmade clean skincare. There's some amazing things on felt, and I would like to put a little bit of money aside to be able to support other creators in their endeavours, and even other budgeters who've come up with cool challenges. So there was a little look through what I'm working on at the moment, what I'm looking forward to working on in the future, and that was $70. Hope you enjoyed. I am going to be back on Wednesday. I also have a whole lot of editing to do because I had a productive weekend with working on the wedding dress and working on some of my shop updates, so look out for that next Wednesday. I'm going to have a few things. It's not everything that I wanted because I'm still waiting on stuff to come from overseas to be able to finish off some other bits and pieces, but I can't wait any longer. Excuse me, I can't wait any longer. I need to get those binders up and these challenge boxes, but hopefully I'm going to get my dissertation finished. That's going to unlock a lot of time for me, and get this wedding dress finished, and that's going to unlock a lot of time for me. Yeah, so in the meantime I'm going to go do some editing of videos and hopefully get some kind of vloggy thing together so that you can see behind the scenes and what my process is and kind of get a little bit of an insight into my life. Yeah, how do you like my nails? I am such a noob at the gel nail thing. I did not realise that it doesn't come off with regular nail varnish remover. So yeah, I was just sitting there one night picking away at it, and I feel like I gouged out the top layer of my nail. So that's why the three in the middle that were all chipped and whatnot I've taken off, but the end ones, they're still in good nick, and I just don't feel like destroying my nails just yet. So yeah, that's the story of the weird nail thing. Help me out. How do I get rid of this beyond having to go back and pay more money to the nail technician? You know, is there like a home hack to getting this off safely without destroying your nail bed? Love to know. Leave me a comment below if you like this content. Yeah, do all the like, subscribe, blah de blah, or not. I realise I'm a whole lot more chatty than usual. I'm putting that down to the kids have been away and I haven't talked to many people over the weekend. I've just been having a productive solo experience over the last couple of days. So thanks for listening. Kia ora. Bye.